instead of just going live, I'm gonna just record it because I got a message and I'm gonna get it out. God damn it! So I'm gonna just record it. Go to part one if you haven't seen part one. I was having some technology difficulties. Okay. Okay. So what I was saying in part two, people will basically hate you for having something that they wish to acquire, but they too lazy to do it, which I feel like is the absolute all just audacious. How can you do that? How can you hate that somebody doing something and you don't want to do it? Like I think the example I was using in the last video was how some people are intimidated by the way I look. I go to the gym, and if you just put down the honey buns and take your ass to the gym and have some discipline, you can have the same results. But instead of doing that, most humans are lazy and want instant gratification. Instead of doing that, they rather hate you for it. Okay. So I was talking about the process of neutralizing energy from the opposition. Okay. So how you do that is just basically just ask yourself a couple questions. Okay. Why is this criticism bothering me? Is there truth that I can learn from? And how can I grow stronger from this experience? Okay. That's pretty much it. Okay. So you even if you are triggered, and it can be a little triggering, can be a little upsetting, because if you know you have genuine intentions and yet you're still getting hate and sent negativity, and people are going out their way to cause you, even if it's not physical harm, going out their way could cause you emotional harm because they see you as above them, which isn't your problem. Okay. That can it can be a little daunting. It sucks. Okay. But those are three questions that you can ask yourself to at least neutralize it. Okay. Because when you neutralize it, you have the ability to turn it into something else. Okay. Now, turning the lead into gold, aka turning the negative emotions or the negative energy being sent by your opposition to gold, aka energy that you can use for yourself uh to conquer your endeavors. All right. So you use those negative feelings as fuel to become stronger. For example, if somebody's mean to you or just flat out rude, flat out an asshole, you can use that feeling to try harder or be better. Or you can turn their words into motivation, into something positive. Like that song, perfect example, like that song Motivation by T.I. Haters, get on your job. Okay. Because again, they're sending you, whether, because I don't think people realize that whether you sending being kind to somebody or whether you're hating them, you're not stopping anything. You're still sending them energy, and what they choose to do with their energy is completely up to them. Okay, this is how I still look, how I look. This is why every time my ops come to check up on me, I'm doing better. Okay, I might have speed bumps. Okay, but they speed bumps. They're not walls. I never hit a wall. I just go over some speed bumps, and then the whole time the speed bump just made me sharper. Okay, so the best song that's just really, yeah, the best song that just came to my head was that Ti Motivation. Okay, okay, and then use that energy to improve yourself and your craft. Okay, so we not getting triggered that people don't like us for being great, because at the end of the day, if God gave you a talent, God gives many different, there are many different talents and many different gifts that God has given its people. All right. um and God has favorites. I'm sorry to say that. So it's not my fault that you and God got a shitty ass relationship and God abandoned you. That's not my problem. Okay. So basically use that energy when you, once you neutralize it, uh calm yourself, be rooted. You have to be rooted like a tree in a hurricane. Okay. Again, the tree might get shaken up a little bit, branches might be flopping everywhere, but at the end of the day, a real tree is never uprooted due to the storms of a hurricane. All right. Okay, number five, siphon or channeling the energy. Instead of letting their words make you sad or angry or embarrassed or humiliated, whatever emotions may come up from feeling like, damn, somebody just disliking me just because they feel like I have something that they don't have. Okay. Imagine you're collecting that energy. Okay. So for example, when people don't like me, I don't even have to go through that process of feeling those emotions. I already know what it is. Okay, it's hate, because I came with pure intentions. Okay. I came with my heart open. Okay. Literally, no ulterior motives, no none of that. Okay. So when I do get opposition, or when I do get hate, or when I do get people who treat me funny, because I feel everything. That's like a superpower. I feel everything, even the slightest shift in human behavior, body language, tone. I feel everything. I just don't say nothing. Okay. Um, so I already know what that is. I already okay, it's hate. So again, it's like I bring like you have to imagine like your biofield is around you, okay? And that opposite energy, because you know, energy is just electrical currency. Okay, we're vibrating. The nervous system allows you to emit vibrational electric impulses, or what we call energy. Okay, so your energy is given out through your nervous system. Okay. So you have to imagine like your own aura, your own biofield, right? And imagine that energy. And then it's like you're absorbing it and then adding it to your biofield. And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then that's how, and then if you real smart, you can use that to control people. Okay. You can use people's hate, especially if they're emotionally underdeveloped. You can easily use people's inability to self-regulate against them. Okay, now that's some next level top tier stuff that I might give y'all one day. Okay. um so yeah, instead of just letting their words make you feel sad or angry, imagine that you're just collecting that energy into your biofield, and then just just let it power you up. Okay, even if you gotta be a little delusional about it, even if you gotta be delusional about it, that's what magic is. That's what manifestation is. Already feeling like you already have it before it materializes in your physical reality. All right, even if you gotta be a little delusional, fake it till you make it. Okay. Um. Yeah. Like so, just use that energy and send it into something good, like working on a hobby, your craft. Okay. Helping others, learning new things to expand yourself. Okay. Because again, they're just giving you offerings. Okay. Energy is offerings. All right. And you are the altar. Right. And then also remember that you are the alchemist. Okay. You have the power to transform bad feelings into good ones. Just like magic is really about your mind and your choices. Okay. So not only your mind, but how you feel about certain things too. Because your emotions are basically your subconscious. Okay. Your emotions are your subconscious. And I think I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap this up. Okay. So it's been a long 3 days. Those technical difficulties just pissed me off. I'm ready to go to sleep because I gotta go to LA tomorrow. But I'm just saying all that to say, um, start reframing the way that you think about your haters. Okay, you got to understand that they feel like they have something that you don't. I mean, they feel like that you have something that they don't. Okay, and if you really ruthless, you can use that energy to look down on them because they're already putting you on a pedestal that they wish that they can be on. Again, they're just too lazy to do it. So this is why I keep looking better. I look 30. Okay, I'm 30, but I look like I'm 24 or 25. Okay, because I have a lot of, I have mastered all the negativity from family, lovers, ex friends, from smear campaigns that people tried to do on me, from humiliation rituals that I had to go through. I transmuted that to my benefit because I had to reframe the way I'm looking at it. Okay. If I'm having all these issues with all these people and my intentions are pure and good, okay, literally pure. I don't want to bother nobody. I don't want to bother nobody. I don't bother nobody unless you bother me. And even if you do bother me, I'm probably gonna pay you dust. And even if it gets out of hand like that, I'm gonna let you talk to the white man. I'm calling them folks on you. I'm calling 911, baby. I don't argue. I don't fight. I don't go back and forth. Okay. I got too much to lose. Okay, people will fight you and try to pick fights with you and try to get you to engage with them in negative banter and arguing because they don't have nothing to lose. When you have more to lose, you have to move differently. This is why I admire Jay-Z. Okay. Say what you want about Jay-Z, but Jay-Z knows who and who, what to address and what not to address. And 90% of the time, you rarely hear Jay-Z addressing things, because 90% of the time, the people who are usually attacking him or coming for him have nothing to lose. And the most dangerous person, the most dangerous type of human is a human with nothing to lose, because they already feel like they at zero and they want to bring you down to zero. Okay. So understand, hate and opposition is just admiration. That's what it is. Admiration is just disproportionate admiration. The only difference between you and your haters is y'all in two different places in the quantum field. They're here and you're over here somewhere. So they're in a realm of reality that they can't break out of, and they see you in another realm of reality that they wish they could be a part of, but they just don't know how. And instead of asking you, because of their pride and their ego, instead of asking you how you do it, instead of asking for advice, instead of just being kind and just genuinely asking questions, they would rather hate you for it and try to destroy you because they ain't got shit to lose. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, baby. I am tired. I got a long weekend ahead of me. But we outside. We outside. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I am deeply apologetic for the technical difficulties in the last video. So go watch part 1. This was part 2. I just needed to record it real quick. But yeah, never take your enemy serious. They want to be you. Use their energy as you want to. Okay. Let your enemies be your footstool. Okay. And with that being said, I love y'all. Bye.